Welcome, welcome to my Christmas wonderland. Because it is finally that time of year that I can do what I like doing every year. Every year it gets bigger and crazier. It's kind of turned into a chore, really, but I love doing it, so it's like I don't care. I guess it's not really a chore if you really like doing it. It just turns into a process. Would say, yeah, it's Thanksgiving is next week, so I'm already getting ready. So what I'm doing this year, I mean, right now it's just the normal go through all the lights, go through everything, get everything out, and make sure it all works. And whatever doesn't work, if it's worth fixing, fix it. If not, so. And speaking of the not worth fixing, I have 5 wire deer, and I have an angel, a wire angel, and a carriage. Ta-da! What I'm gonna do different this year, because I'm tired of fixing these and going through them and they never work. There's my big deer, there's my big buck, and I also have a doe, 3 smaller ones. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do this year, I've already done to the carriage and the angel. I've taken off all the lights because half of them don't work. I have a pile of lights here. All these lights came off those 2 things. Going to the donation bin, because first off, they're not LED. 90% of the crap that I put on my house is LED. You learn after you do so much and you keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, it's good to switch to LED because your power bill, yeah. Like when you look at your bill throughout the year, month by month, how much power is used, and ours has like a little graph on it. Of course, in like January, February, March, it's kind of low, and then over the summer months it kind of spikes up a little bit because of the AC unit, and then it goes back down. Well, our bill, it spikes in the summer, goes back down in the fall, and just for the month of December and a little bit of November, it goes whoop, a little bit of a spike. And yeah, I know the LED lights cost more, but it's also one of the things I plan ahead. So I buy them after Christmas when they're like 50 to 75% off. So then the cost savings starts to come into play, like full price. Heck no, I ain't buying no LED strands. If I can get a strand of 100 count lights, like 24 feet long, for like $2 or $3 of incandescent compared to like $6 of LED, you're like, is that really saving me any money? Like if I have to spend twice as much, is that really going to save me on my power bill or what? When you put up the amount that I do, it does. It makes a difference. So that's why I don't really care if I have to take all these lights off, and I'm not going to put them back on. Just this one deer was probably 40 watts, maybe 60 watts worth of power because they're not LEDs. Anyways, all that explanation as to why I've taken off all these lights is because this year I'm going to paint them with fluorescent paint. So I got some fluorescent paint, I got fluorescent orange, fluorescent yellow, oh god, and then fluorescent green. I also have some smaller bottles of other colors of the fluorescent craft paint that I'm gonna go through and add some detail so they kind of stand out a little bit, so it's not just green deer, yellow deer, orange deer. After I spray painted fluorescent for the after Halloween specials, blacklight LED blacklight bulbs. Then I'm gonna get some little light holders and it's gonna illuminate them. It's gonna be like psychedelic display. I'm also going to do the tree, because since they're gonna be under the tree, I'm also doing the tree in nothing but purple lights. I got a whole bunch of, these are Halloween decoration lights, but they're all purple and they're LED to go above the psychedelic deer. So I'm gonna mess with these later. I've already checked some of my blow ups. Oh, and I got a new blow up this year. My wife got it for me at a garage sale in like July. It's a big dinosaur and it's holding a present. And then I'm gonna do something pretty cool with the blow ups this year too. I think I'm gonna put them up on my roof so they kind of like, yeah. So we'll get to that part later. Right now we're in the pre-decorating part, making sure everything works. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling out lights and making sure they work. That's not really the fun part, but it's part of the process. So let's get started. that should do it. This is just the outside stuff. Ugh. The new Star Shower Motion. I got 2 of these. This is all the stuff that I got last year. This is all the new stuff that I haven't used yet. Boxes of lights. And actually, I think I have a whole nother bag in the garage that I had in my truck that I put in the garage. But yeah, I probably have another this amount in the garage in a bag. And that's not even including the stuff I already have. Furnace shut off. Finally, this box right here, look at that. That's all from last year. This whole tub. This year, I'm gonna go crazy with lights on the bushes. I usually just do 1 strand, but now I have so much, I'm gonna wrap them bushes so damn full of Christmas lights, it's gonna be crazy. Just so they're like little balls of light, pretty much. I used to really like these C9s, the LED C9s, but half of these don't work. Like, I've had more of these fail than these other lights. So I'm not even sure I'm going to use these this year. 7 rolls of LED. So these LED lights are the lights that are going to be going on the tree. And I think there's something wrong with those because they're normally a lot brighter than that. We'll just find out. I got a brand new set right here that I got this year. Yeah, see, there's something wrong with it. Dang it. So here's those. Here's these. This is how bright they're supposed to be. These LEDs are a lot different than incandescent. If one goes out, they'll work. But if there's a weak connection somewhere, then something's wrong with the wattage in the entire thing. This is why you go through your lights at the beginning of the year before you pull them all out there to start putting them up. Because what if I would have put that up and been like, oh, something wrong with it, and you have to take it back down. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but again, it's part of the process. So this is what I do every year. I just go through, and I just plug them all in and make sure they all work. These have always been pretty reliable. Those look like they're pretty good. This one I used last year. I had noticed that a section of it was a lot dimmer than the rest of it. Might not be this one. That's another change I'm going to have to do this year. If you guys have dogs, you've seen my little Kylo, my little white pit bull. Yeah, he's new, so this will be his first Christmas with us. And he likes to chew stuff up. So I'm going to have to incorporate that into my design. I can't have stuff on the ground during the day, which it's going to be cold outside, so he won't be out during the day very much. He loves to be outside. But he also likes to tear stuff up, like gutters, hose attachments if I leave them out. He hasn't torqued any hoses yet. But water guns, he just chews stuff up because he's just, that's what he does. So I know these, last year I had them lining my front sidewalk with the little stakes that held lights. It looked pretty cool, but I don't trust him, so I'm probably not going to be able to do that this year. Even though he probably won't be outside that often because it's going to be getting colder, but still, you have to plan ahead for stuff like that. If you have dogs, you got to be careful. Same thing with my blow-ups. My blow-ups are probably not going to be on the ground this year because I don't trust them. So that's why I'm going to try to put the blow-ups on my porch roof. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be kind of cool to see the blow-ups in the air. But then not only is it going to look cool, there's also some thought to it. Like, I have a dog that likes to tear stuff up. Blow-ups on the roof. So I think that one's good. Doop, doop, doop. Yep, this is the one. There's one out right there. I'm going to set this one aside because that's a lot of lights to not have. So I'm going to try to fix that. The whole point of these videos that I make for the Christmas lights, not only do I just like filming myself doing fun stuff, but it's also kind of pointers from someone who's done it quite a bit. Whenever it comes to taking down the Christmas lights, you know, at the end of the Christmas season, well, for us, it's New Year's. New Year's Day is usually like the last day they're on. And then we turn them off, and then the first nice day I get, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start taking them down. So when you start breaking down your Christmas stuff, like start putting it all away, take your time and actually roll them up and take care of them, because you're just like, oh, I'm done this year, and you just throw them all in a box, and then next year at this time, you're going through here and you're like, oh, look at this mess I have to sort through. take the time after Christmas when you take all this stuff down to organize it and put them up neatly, because then when it's time to get them back out, you're like, oh man, I'm so glad I took the time to put these away in an organized fashion, so you're not picking through like the Christmas Vacation, the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's like my favorite holiday movie ever. When they're putting up the Christmas lights and he pulls out that big ball of lights, he's like, here you go, Russ, figure that out. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Oh, there's big sections of this one out. Oh, no. So we're going to have to take a look at that. There's big sections of that one out. On to the next. There's parts of this one out too. So, I have to try to fix that one. So, add another one. Alright. That one looks good. Thank God. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so 4 good rolls, 4 rolls that need some attention. This is probably uninteresting to you guys, so I've already gave you some tips of what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all this off camera because it's going to take a minute. And I will turn off the camera so you guys don't have to watch me struggle and throw stuff and get mad. My buddies come down to help me. Oh, you're so much help, Keeney. You're so much help. Oh, not really. He's just going to go get dirty. Time to work. Last one. Doink. Oh, pretty. Alright, it's been a minute. I have been through all of them. I have working lights and not so working lights. But the good news, all of my rolls work. As you know, earlier, like a couple seconds ago, which for me has been a lot longer, I said I had 4 working rolls and I had 4 not so working rolls. All of them are working. So, and it was all the same issue of just a loose bulb. That's the big improvement over incandescent is LED bulbs on these. They last so much longer. This is the 3rd year I think I've used a lot of these. They still work just fine. The bulbs get loose over time. So see, got them all working. Whoa. So, yep, that's what I pretty much had to do with the 4 rolls that didn't work. I just had to go through, find the section that didn't work, go through, jiggle each bulb. Sometimes they're really hard to find, but you finally find the one that's doing it, and then you just take it out, make sure it's good, pop it back in, boom. So now all of my lights on the rolls work, which is good. Now that I got all my lights working, then I kind of go into planning. Like I know where most of these are going to go, but since it's dark outside and it's a weeknight, school night, I'm not going to be doing much tonight outside. So what I want to do tonight, just to check it out, I'm going to use that fluorescent paint and I'm going to do a section of one of these deers or do something. I want to see if it actually works, to see if it's actually going to glow bright enough. And you guys are going to see, along with me, my first reactions of how good it's going to work. Let me clean all this up real quick, and we're going to set it up right here. I'm going to spray paint a little bit of it, and then we're going to use the blacklight bulb and see how good it works. Let's go. Got all the lights off and it wasn't too bad, so gone with you. So now we're gonna paint this thing. We're gonna find out how well it works. We're gonna do the orange, fluorescent orange, so I don't get high on paint fumes. So I don't think I'm going to paint the whole thing because right now I'm in my basement and it's getting a little gonna get goofy here in a minute. that's gonna be all I'm gonna do. I don't want to like get my family high, hit it right upstairs. So that's gonna be good enough to find out, to check it out. So, oh god, I just knocked it over. And I got paint on me. Dang it. So now let's turn on the black lights and see if it works. All right, so there it is. Well, I don't know if you can see me, but oh, I got paint all over the floor. Awesome. Oh, man. Proof of concept is totally working. I'm not sure 2 lights are going to be enough for it. Because I mean, you can definitely tell, you can see it, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see this outside. I might have to get an actual fluorescent bulb, like with the long bar lights, not these little LED lights. Because I don't know if this is going to be bright enough. It does look really cool, though. Yeah. So that'll probably do it for this. This is going to be part 1 of the Christmas light setup video. So this is probably going to be like a 3 or 4 part Christmas setup series if you want to keep watching. You guys have probably by now a good Thanksgiving, and we will see you in part 2.